So we'll keep an eye on that one tomorrow. I will not be trading tomorrow, actually. So the rest of the gang, but put that on your calendar here. And that's about it this morning. Pepsi earnings misses estimate as North American consumers tighten their budgets. And that's it. So we're going to get out of the gate fairly good this morning, and hopefully that sustains and we continue higher as we get going. So let's say good morning to all here in the room. Good morning to Clifton. Hopefully you're doing well, my friend, this morning. Okay, let's see here. I got to go back. Okay, there we go. Okay, perfect. And one more. Okay, Justin's running a few minutes late this morning, but he will be here. Okay, perfect. Good morning to Seth. Good morning, Seth. Great to have you here. Christian, good morning. Divide, good morning. Steve C, good morning. Jay, good morning. Christian, thank you for posting. Big help as always. Dan M, good morning to you. Elian, good morning. Jonathan, good evening to you and good morning. All right, a couple of stocks I'm really looking at here this morning. Justin's just posted his watch list here. I like Marvel this morning, 246 MRVL. We've traded this stock throughout the week, long 246. I'll post that. SpaceX this morning, 152 on the breakout here. So I'll post this SpaceX SPCX long 152. Hopefully that stock runs today. It was a loser for me yesterday. And then AVGO 403. And that stock, like I said before, I think is going to be at, let me post it here. Hold on. I think it's going to be closer to 420, and I don't know about it's going to happen today. That would be a huge move, but 403. No, let's go 402. Okay, and then we'll add over 405 this morning if we can get that. And then last but not least here, the CBRS trade, and I'll give to you the headline news here on CBRS. But CBRS long this morning over the 191, and then we'll add 192, and hopefully this takes the top off. But CBRS mentioned this morning, and hold on, got something in my eye. There we go. CBRS this morning up 7%. Shares moved nearly 7% after the AI infrastructure company announced a major European expansion. Cerberus brings its first European data center capacity online by the end of the year. Plans to expand total capacity to 2,000 megawatt in 2027 and more data centers across the continent. So it's growing, growing, and growing here. All right. I am great to go this morning. Hopefully you all are too, have got the correct stocks loaded up. If we do get this pullback here this morning, I'll be looking at SpaceX for a move higher here. So, okay, we are set to go here. I've got all the charts all set up here. Now we just need a big move out of the gate, and then we should be good to go this morning. Pay attention to to our move and to make sure that it's sustainable this morning. And then from there, all that we need to do is just trade like we normally do and get into the right positions and get out as we can and go from there. Justin, are you with us this morning?
I am, yes. Good morning. Morning, everyone. Sorry, gents, ladies and gents, a bit of a slower morning for me this morning. I'm just going to be keeping a very close eye on Palantir, just simply because of the night that I had last night. So I haven't been able to prepare as I ordinarily and usually do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be watching that 127.10 level, probably wanting to go long. If I actually had an order queued up overnight at that level, but I want to see what happens this morning if we get continuation up to the downside. So I held off on the limit order. I'm going to look for weakness on open. If we get a push down to 127.10, I'm going to look for a long entry. And then I'll probably run it up to, well, I'll see how far it runs up. But I'll walk you guys through it if I take the trade. And then I'm also very much focusing on NVIDIA, probably to the short side. I'm expecting NVIDIA to go bearish. Same with the Qs. Let's see what happens at the top. Although I spotted on the 15-minute chart on the Qs a very untidy inverse head and shoulders, and we're above the neckline, so we could potentially break out if there is strength. Volatility does support that. The VIX is low. So keep an eye on that, guys. If we do get the break, it'll run up to about 725, 17 will be my first take profit level. And then we'll see if we get some continuation. But just very quickly in those 2 minutes, that's a quick shout out of what I can give you guys.
Yeah, and I agree. I mean, we're going to gap up this morning. Let's see if it holds, and if it does, then we've got a good chance to kind of have a breakout day here to the upside. So I'll be watching to kind of take things long, keep things long. But we got to make sure that okay, there we go. Got to make sure that we sustain this going forward, and that we don't peel off into the day to day. So okay.
Based on that, I might actually switch to Qs, guys. So I'm going to keep a close eye on Palantir and Qs on open. Also, market breadth, have a look at the heat map, right? Sea of red in every sector except for technology, right? NVIDIA, Apple, Avgo, AMD, so MU, and the likes.
Yeah, I mean, I think we got a good shot today of having one of those breakout days. We'll see after the open here. Let's see how much momentum we can grab to the upside here.
Yeah, I'm queuing up orders on the Qs.
Hey, gents.
Hey, DVG.
Good morning.
Morning.
What's your top pick today?
I'm looking at Google and Microsoft to the downside, maybe even Palantir. Chips are leading the way, no doubt, but I'm seeing a lot of weakness in software names and looking to take advantage of that move to the downside here.
Okay, we are open.
Yeah, there goes the push to 127.10. Let's see what happens at that level. Okay, right, bounced. It's NVIDIA short there, yeah.
AVGO, let's see if the stock continues to blast off this morning.
Yeah, watch Palantir short, guys. Let's see what happens at this 127 level.
Okay, I'm going to take AVGO 402. I'm long the stock a little bit over 402 here.
If we break 127.10, guys, next level is 124.64. This is also a good long entry, so let's just see what happens here.
Okay, I'm going to take SpaceX 151. So I'm long AVGO. SpaceX is next here.
Okay, short Microsoft here. Didn't get a chance to click it in here. 37462.
Palantir short. Let's see, am I going to take it? Okay, if we pull back to 127.10, I'll enter short down to 124.64. There's the pullback.
Okay, I'm long SpaceX.
Okay, looking for a short. I didn't have the order queued up, guys, so I'm a little bit late. Hold on.
AMD ripping.
All right, Palantir, I'm going short again. I'll take it on the, there we go.
Tesla here, 392 maybe. We'll see.
I just had a put. No, man, that's insane. That's not true.
Strong pullback here on NVIDIA. Meta down to 577, guys. Key level there. We'll see if we snap that.
Can you believe it?
Hold?
There you go. That's what sets you up. Can you believe it? I queued up a short and it took a call and now I missed it.
Watching Google here at 354. See what it does. And then NVIS, excuse me, I want to short that around 225. I'll wait. I'm getting a nice, it's kind of spready right now.
Yeah, and I'm going to take a Tesla trade. Third trade of the day here on,
Trying to get in there, what, 392?
Yeah. Yep, 392 here, and I'm going to long right here. at 391.65, 66 actually. Okay.
Yeah, I've been getting a lot more of these weird fills too. I don't know about you, Scott, or like especially do market order.
Uh-huh.
Normally it'll be like, 391.66 on the dot or whatever. But
Yeah,
now
it's
like
weird.
65.73.74. You're like,
Yeah,
what the hell is
they
that?
expanded out. I don't know, but interesting.
DVG. I captured screenshots. I had a target on my option set, literally preset, like 30 minutes in advance. Had the target set. It literally hit it 4 times. It was sitting vacillating on that exact level. It didn't fill. I screenshot it. Over 2 minutes, it didn't fill.
Yeah, we have the no more the
Tell me there's no rigging involved.
PDT rule.
Yeah.
Now that it's like $2,500 or whatever.
Yeah, 25,000. Yeah.
It used to be 25K.
Okay, I've doubled my size here on SpaceX here. So I'm full share size SpaceX, the 149.44 fill, and then up at the 151. So I'm averaging about 150.5 right now on SpaceX. Full share size trade.
Wow, crowd strike, guys, crowd strike. That's why it was on my list today. Shoot, I missed it.
I actually had
Just
CrowdStrike on my list also, but because of the split.
Damn it, I missed it.
So split happened on the second.
Q's right back up.
Because once again, I'm watching Palantir.
Again, Meta at 577. It was a perfect bounce. To Scott's point, Q's definitely getting a push here. I'm going to get out of Microsoft here in a moment. It's only down about a point. It's okay.
Just want to do a quick sound check, guys, because I think I fixed my audio yesterday.
Yeah, you sound great.
225 NBIS was definitely the level. Guys, we're going to push over pre-market highs on the Qs now. SPY in a close follow. We're out of the Microsoft level. Guys, we're going to push over pre-market highs on the Qs now.
Yeah, it's got to do with that streaming. Yep.
Yeah, it's that streaming. Okay. I was just doing a test. Okay.
Okay, there go the Qs on the breakout here. NASDAQ up 124.
Thanks, Jono.
Come on, SpaceX, follow.
All right, Palantir, let's do it. Flip it. Got a bad entry on Palantir, guys, because of that late entry. So
AMD leading the charge.
Oh, CrowdStrike still going. CrowdStrike still going.
Chips here. Somebody was mentioning Marvell earlier. Marvell looks good too. What is MU doing today? No, $1,000 SMCI. Actually, I think I'm going to get into SMCI. It's a little bit of a cheaper stock here at $29, but I'm going to go with some serious size on it, and I'll risk like $1. I shouldn't say serious size. I'm not going to go like 10K, but we'll start with full share size and then add incrementally on that. So we're in here, $29.
Oh yeah. And for the record, guys, Michael Burry's shorting Nvidia and Tesla again, right? So last time he did it with Palantir, he was actually right. So take with it what you will.
Okay, here comes AVGO. I'm adding here over the 405. We'll watch that 405 add. Got a little bit to go, and Tesla coming up nicely now. Okay. Tesla will step on it over 304. Step on it over 304.
Continuation of the breakdown, guys, NVIDIA.
What I'm kind of bearish on moving into the future here would be NBIS, and I just think it's a little overvalued at the moment. So I missed the 225 entry on NBIS. That's okay. Now I won't want to enter there if it gets up there, so I'll wait.
Is Ping still going, Mark? PNG, is it still going? I'm not watching it. Shoot, I took it off, but I wouldn't mind jumping on that again. Mark, you saved my day yesterday. Shout out to Marco, guys. What a legend. I actually had Mark, that dream I had. Remember the dream I had? I told you about it. What was it, like last week? Now I know why. Your P&G trade saved my day yesterday. I went from red to the biggest green of the week. Thank you, sir.
The Qs
It's like having
and
eyes on the
SPY
back of your
looking to
head. I
break
love
out
it.
here. SPY is literally over pre-market highs here in just a moment. And if we see those two start to get in lockstep, we could see, instead of a 3-footed race, we should see a full sprint here on
Let's
the
go.
Okay, guys,
Qs
watch the cues.
and
Watch the
SPY.
cues.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
I'm
Let's
also
remember
gonna jump in on-
722.12, big level. We've been kind of hovering that area on the Qs. If you guys remember, all-time high put in on May 22nd. It's been a very contentious level. The 722.12 area. Guys, NBIS falling out of bed here. Shoot. All right, guys, I'm going to add to SMCI here with 2 full share size. I don't mind holding this long term if I can keep a few today.
Watch the 405 here on AVGO.
So we'll definitely trade SMCI today, take advantage of whatever move we can, and then I'll probably leave some runners just for portfolio position's sake.
Okay, I'm going to run the cues up to about 725.17.
Big bounce on Meta,
It's a
guys.
big move. Big
577.
move. Let's see if we keep going.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Palantir puts it in.
Remember just the other day we were talking was it yesterday, the 710 level?
Yeah.
Yeah, yesterday.
And now we're 10 points higher, right?
Yeah, we took a fall. So it's funny. We talked about an all-time high putting in at 701.24, and we bounced off that almost to the penny yesterday, and then ripped. And the timing of it just happened to coincide with Trump and blah 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 blah. Right. So it's interesting the way these markets function based on levels, and then magically either news comes out or, you know. One thing I've been noticing is talk of liquidity being zapped, and with SK Hynix coming to New York, right? Obviously, they have their own market in the Kospi, but now, you know, finding some liquidity out here. I think everybody, you know, we talk about bonds more recently, that all these big, you know, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, all these big companies, OpenAI, looking to raise using bonds in alignment with the bond auction that we saw yesterday. I think it's kind of convenient. Look at Tesla, Scott. Beautiful.
Unbelievable. So this is where I'm going to come out right here on the Tesla trade. This is going to be a 4-point trade for me on Tesla. I'm going to take a little off here at the 394.50, and that'll start the day off really nice.
Very
so
nice.
laggards right now, SpaceX and AVGO. Although AVGO is up what, $11 today. Hopefully this continues.
I literally have 577 on Meta marked in like a big red line, as in like, hey, this is where we should stop if bulls want to continue to hold that. And we nailed it almost to the penny, 577.07, and we've bounced now 10 points off that bottom. Oh, Tesla should rip here, man. We're at the 200 EMA right now.
Gotta
Good
go.
luck on that one.
Yep. I'm going to
SMCI
add back
not
in
working
over
right now.
395.
NVIDIA pulling back pretty sharply this morning.
Mhm.
204.91 is a big level I have marked off. Historical volume, like big volume at that level at 204.91. There's a very good chance we're going to end up in a deal. That's what I just heard on a soundbite.
Speaking of which, let me put on my Benzinga
There you go.
so I can get factual updates.
Meta, wow. What a move. Jeez. I kind of like ABGO here now. Around $400. We'll see how it behaves.
Huge testing session highs.
Look at AMD, man. $548. I shorted it at 521 and made a killing on it
Price
yesterday.
Go
chart testing
Tesla.
the high of
I'm full
session
share
highs,
size now
guys.
on Tesla. Tesla,
NVIDIA
SpaceX,
pushing
let's go.
Hippo in. All right, there goes Palantir the wrong flipping way.
Nice trade, Scott. Tesla. Very nice,
good
man.
job. Good
You
job.
grabbed that right at the bottom.
Yeah, perfect move now, and 396 I'll come out of another half here. So I came out a half, and I've just added to it over 395 on the breakout here. We'll see where this takes us.
First round's on Scott.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm watching 550 now on AMD. Funny acronym of AMD is accumulation, manipulation, distribution. But AMD as a stock seems to be an automatic money dispenser, man.
Yeah, Mark, I left some runners on that P&G trade last night, triggered overnight.
I'm a short
So
AMD.
that was great.
549? Can we get it? Let me put it out there. Got up to 550. You know, I'm going to nibble here, guys. Okay. 54825, we started. Nibble. Reason being, NVIDIA down, AVGO down, NBIS down, AMD way up. So let's see if we see some follow through on AMD to catch up with its peers to the downside here. It doesn't have to, but we'll see. So we'll start a nibble, maybe an add over like 550 or so if we see some resistance, and then SMCI right now not working. Watching 722 on the Qs. What a market, man.
Okay, I'm not in love with the Tesla move up higher. I'm going to take my partial right here.
Nice.
And come out 3/4 of the trade out on Tesla. And we'll let the rest go here. Just 1/4 of the trade left. Okay. Well, Dow just poked its head into green territory, up 16 points. NASDAQ up 139. Make sure we hold on today. We'll see what happens. MSTR.
Guys, CrowdStrike long.
AMD, I'll look to add right here.
All right, that's a bad, just for
Holding a
drop
position.
off that last digit there, guys. But watch CrowdStrike breaking out again.
I really hope AMD doesn't break out now. But I'm looking like NVIDIA and AVGO side by side with AMD.
Okay,
They might as well be inverted charts. I mean, AMD is going straight up. So it's a little risky, but I'm building as we move higher. I'm adding in a little more nibbles at a time. And the only thing I figured we would push the Qs higher is if Microsoft, Google, these names that were getting beat down pre-market start to rally, which they are now. So we should see some follow through. You know, Microsoft got a big lift off the bottom here. Palantir back at that 127 print. I'm gonna stay away from that one for now.
No, I'm watching that closely out. It's a good buy level, but if it fails,
AV doing ASTS.
okay, Q's on the rise, SPY on the move, CrowdStrike. Let's see what you're doing.
Oracle's ripping.
Yeah, so is MSTR. Nice move higher.
MSTR. The higher that one goes, the more I want to short it.
I can't believe SpaceX. I mean, come on. Really? The whole market is up. We're up over almost 150 points, and you're just diddling.
All right, let's add some real size to AMD now. Okay, here we go. Approaching half share size now on AMD.
Q's looking for re-entry. I took profit. Looking for another position.
You mentioned MSTR. I'm looking at Coin now as its kind of sister trade. SMCI, no surprise, kind of a silly stock, I would say, to try to get involved in. But we did see a nice lift on it in the last several days. So it could become like a retail proxy. We'll see. Come on, AMD. Pay me like you did yesterday. AMD. We break this 546 print. I'll add even more. This could be a massive trade for me, guys, if AMD can collapse here, but I'm seeing NVIDIA get a little love here at the bottom at 202 print. Historically a decent level for NVIDIA, but we'll see if that holds. SMCI trade moving against. So similar to yesterday, Scott, that's 710 analogous move is the 722 now. So if you guys want that full bull takeover, we need 722 and plus. Good move on AMD, guys. Let's hit it.
Q's
Go.
pulling back. To
NBIS,
pre-market
the
high.
trade I missed today.
Testing the 20.
Stop will be over the highs on AMD. AVGO pulling back. NBIS. Geez, that would have been a 10-point move on that, guys. Oh,
Down red right now. And I'm out of SpaceX with a loss. Okay.
I'm going to go Microsoft again short. 377.88 we're in.
One
Smaller
winning
size.
trade, one losing trade. Yeah, Steve, I'm in agreement with you.
Let's see. Do we have any upcoming?
News.
No, it's Delta
Nothing.
Airlines earnings. What is? Don't we get all the banks? Don't we? Yeah, next week. Citibank, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, J.P. Morgan, Goldman Sachs. All next week. ASML's next week, which is kind of why I'm trying to get into SMCI right now. So we'll see how that plays out. Oh, we actually have decent earnings next week. United Healthcare is coming out. Netflix is coming out.
Yep.
TSM is coming out next week as well. J&J,
We
BlackRock,
love earnings season.
United Airlines. Yeah, Delta's this week. But
When is that? Tomorrow?
what, for Delta?
Yeah. Or did they already-
Yeah, they report pre-market tomorrow. I'm just looking around. Yeah, next week should be a big week with financials on deck. All right, guys, let's add to Microsoft under the 200 EMA here if we get a snap. So 377 we'll add.
Okay, still in that Palantir short, guys, and long queues. Here's a push to test the session highs. Let's see what we get.
Wow, what a push down the queues, guys.
Yeah, nice push.
One bullish engulf, just bam.
Let's see if it takes a top off here, 722.
Shoot. AMD
Let's get
guys
some
have
follow
been
through.
up here in a minute.
There's the follow through. Come on, yeah. That's it. Come on, keep going.
Maybe
fairly
it
on
turns this
AMD.
entire market around.
Okay, adding to my position.
No. Barely hanging on AMD, guys. I don't want to get traded out on the spike where it pulls back, 2-3 points. But right now it's painful. So I may have to take that L on AMD here. But SMCI finally moving, so that's good. Okay, let's let this candle cool off a little bit, hopefully. Let's see about news. Initial jobless claims came in this morning. All we have at 10 o'clock is existing home sales. So
Well, that could move the market though, especially with what we're doing now with the interest rates and things like that. So might be more of a proponent or more of a mover than most times. CBRS almost took a chance on you too. Darn it.
722.12 just tagged on the Qs.
Yep, there we go. There's the breakout.
Watching. There's SPY as well on the move, guys.
I'm all for it.
I'm all in. Well, not all in, but I mean, I'm very not. Yeah, I added for those of you to the Qs.
I'm gonna get a gut punch on AMD.
AVGO will be 398, and I'm going to come back into this trade. AVGO 398. Small share size, I'm going to add over 400. So a couple hundred shares to start and increase rapidly over 400 AVGO. Let's go.
Okay, let's see what happens now in the Qs. We are at that 722 print. Barely hanging on to AMD, guys. This is a big red trade for me right now, so I gotta take this one to the chin, I think. All right, and we're out. AMD, bye. That hurts. It's okay.
Okay, I exited Qs.
To cry into my wet pillow over here.
Now I'm just watching my Palantir trade. Qs were good to me.
Now I'm waiting for confirmation on this the Q move. Do we hit overhead?
I might re-enter. I'm not completely out. Well, I mean, I'm out completely, but I may re-enter now. I'm going to see on that pullback. I'm watching the 9 and the 20. I don't think we'll even get there. I think it's going to push. But let's see. Maybe one more blip on the 9. And I'm doing 4 DTEs, guys. Actually, I think I'm just going to watch.
Yeah, by the way, Starbucks getting into the software business. What? You guys hear about that?
Wow.
Hence why it's up to 105 this morning. Random. But if Starbucks is making software, guys.
Again, I'm entering again, re-entering Qs long.
What kind of software could they possibly be getting into?
I don't know, but they're using AI to do it.
Yeah.
So it just goes to show, like, you look at names like CRM, you look at names like Microsoft, you look at names like, I don't know, MongoDB. Who are some other ones? I'm thinking ServiceNow. Actually, what is ServiceNow doing? NOW. Oh, decent bounce. Something like that.
107-ish. Where is it sitting?
Yeah.
See, I'm not even looking. No, is at 106, 107? Yeah, and I wasn't even looking. Palantir, come on, you. And my Qs. What's happening with my Qs? So far, 1 for 1. Get one more pop out of the Qs. Still looking strong.
Yep. It's just a sector thing. I mean, you know, like DVG was saying, you look at a stock like an AVGO, right? The market's up 178. The stock is up, but it should be soaring right now.
Mm-hmm. It should look like AMD.
Yesterday, yeah.
AMD is ripping right now.
Kicking myself I didn't take that CrowdStrike one, guys. Man, oh man. That was the golden goose this morning, for sure.
Okay, watching that 722 print, guys. It's getting retested a few times here. I'm still waiting to, do we make a decision? So even this Microsoft trade moving slightly against, I don't mind. It's a, point we're building a position. We'll see what happens. But AMD, man, I'm glad I got out of the way of that thing, but geez. Definitely the leader in the chip segment right now, without a doubt.
Okay,
Which
comes
you
a
would think
moment of
would be
truth on the
NVIDIA,
cues. Price is compressing. Watch the cues, guys. There we go. There we go.
Just like you wanted, right?
Yep. 3, 2, come on out. And come on. Come on. Now I just need Palantir to go down.
Okay, Q's stretching for new highs right now, which is nice.
Yeah, we're going to get a squeeze here, guys.
You know, it kind of feels like back in the day during COVID. You know, you wake up, turn the news on, you're like, mask, no mask, you know? And right now it's, war, no war. Like, it feels like we're looking for kind of the same thing, but from a trading perspective, you know?
I don't know about you guys, but I've got whiplash with this whole war thing. It's like left, it's on, it's off, it's on, it's off, it's on,
No, exactly.
it's off.
Exactly.
It's just, I've got such war fatigue, as I imagine that we all do.
I'm betting against Softy here, and it's not working. It's okay. I'm going to wait. Only about a little over 1.5. I'm more than happy to add to this thing, but 380 is probably going to be right side. You know what? Let it do its thing.
CrowdStrike testing its highs, session highs. Still showing strength.
Scott, I'm looking at AVGO2 now. What a surprise that is. Like, again, I thought AVGO would hold us up, and AMD would
crazy.
look like AVGO's chart.
Oh, man, flipping Palantir is burning me now.
It's kind of interesting.
Still going to hold. Still going to hold.
Okay, guys, let's keep an eye on the 722 print on the cues. Are we going to retest, bounce, move higher, or
Flashy, flash, flash.
Leg sweep?
I think we're going higher. Let's see.
It's definitely a lot of steam behind this push, so I wouldn't doubt it. But like I said, that level of 722 now becoming important.
There's a retest of the 20. There's a 20. Let's see what the reaction is. Fast pullback.
Whoa, Meta, guys. Big spike on Meta just now. Massive. Whoa.
I should have stuck with my original thesis on Palantir going long of 127. Let's see. See if we get rejection.
205,000 shares hit at once. Moved the stock up 7 points in literally a second.
Which
Meta.
Meta.
Went from 590, bam, 597.
Guys, if the Qs fails on this push, it's probably going to turn sharply to the downside. So just keep an eye. But I'm still holding for the break with a tight stop. My stop is sitting at the 20 EMA, just below the 20 EMA on the 1 minute. I see some strength here, not enough volume, so confidence is not strong on a break.
Pretty low volume open,
yeah,
actually.
Yeah.
On the.
But this market overall has moved up on low volume. I mean, if you look on the weekly chart, we haven't had above average. Well, let me actually before.
Scott, please tell me you still have Tesla.
Yeah, I still have Tesla, and I'm getting paid right now on Tesla. So that was the move over the 395. Yeah, just have a few hundred shares left as a runner here.
The flirtation shares.
Yeah, exactly.
Like when I have runners, it's usually 50 or less. Those are my runners. But
I do like that's exactly it. 50 to 100.
This one here, a couple hundred on Tesla.
Nice. Getting some love in those names. Okay, guys, Microsoft rolling over now. Let's add a little more. Sure, why not? Let's watch 722 right now in the queues. Again, I am of the mindset if we roll here, we may come back, tag VWAP around 719 on the queues and then move higher because we have a ton of steam behind this move right now in this market. Bouncing from 701 to 722. That's a nice 3% upside lift. I have a feeling that bulls are going to want to continue to remain in control there. That said, some profit taking. Let's just do a quick analysis of what a 50% retrace of that move would look like. Just a quick sketch here. It's not exact science here per se, but puts us around 712, so right around the close. So can we move back and tag that level? Yes, for a 50% retrace for a 3% move on the last 24 hours. But I have a feeling bulls are going to want to remain in control. Let's see if that narrative holds up. Microsoft looking okay now?
Q's looking to push. Let's see. Is this it? Volume is good. Volume is good on the 1 minute.
Yeah, I think we're going here now. Break out to that 72250.
Which still below overall average. Let's see. Wait on the next candle.
I don't know. I saw that big spike in Tesla and Meta almost simultaneously. Just big old, for Meta 7-point move. For Tesla, it was a 3-point move. So maybe that contributes to this top side breakout.
Okay, here we go. Qs, watch the Qs, guys. I might add. Just going to keep an eye.
I'm going to add to my short on Microsoft here, guys.
I might add long on Qs. Also keeping an eye on SPY. Tesla's still on the move.
That's a monster trade for Scott. He grabbed it right at the
bottom.
Yeah,
392.
100 more shares out right here. 100 to go on Tesla, and we could push the 400 now with this market in gear. Let's see if we break out that 72250 on the Qs.
I think I might short Google as well. We'll see. 352. I wanted a 355-ish, but that's okay.
Okay, losing confidence in Qs. Let's see, although the 20 just got tested. This could be the push. This could be it. Let's see if we get some strength. I'm gonna add queued up.
NVIDIA rolling over to the downside. Google, guys, I'm going to stay away from, but I wanted to short that one earlier, so I'm in the Microsoft short for now. SMCI we have long, but I can leave that alone for a while. What a push on Tesla. Monster move. Still watching NBIS. Maybe around, I don't know, 225 maybe. See how it behaves around there. That might be a more long-term short position for me. In fact, let me see what options look like. I might put a collar on that one for now. I'll pull it up.
I will be right back. Just give me one moment, please.
If we cross the session highs on the Qs with strength, I'll be adding, guys. But right now, it's not looking good.
Well, I think for healthy markets, a pullback now would be probably good, but a continuation would be breakout potential.
Correct, agreed. And that's why I'm worried about that VWAP. See where VWAP on the 1 is sitting at pre-market highs. So we could very easily see a flush down to that like now.
Yeah, it would be, if that happens though, it's a very like a perfect technical setup, right? Because you come back, you're retesting that, you're validating that, hey, we're finding buyers down here. We're not going to do a full liquidity sweep and push you lower. We're just going to say, hey, look,
here it comes.
Let's test that level and then validate it. Great, now that's been validated.
Yeah. There it goes.
Run it up.
Easy. See, so you could, let's see this. It's going to go. And there's a short trade in that, right? Quick short trade. If it follows through. I exited, by the way, guys, because it took, remember I said to you my stop was below. So I'm one green, one red for that day.
Maybe I get a second chance in AMD, maybe. I don't know.
So I looks like I got shook out. Let's see.
Yeah, Mark. We were talking about the war stuff, like the fatigue. He said, yeah, like imagine living in the war zone, the actual war zone. I mean, yeah, I couldn't even. – It's too bad too. Like in Iran, there's a lot of really beautiful cities in Iran. A lot of history there.
Have you seen some of the cities in Uzbekistan? I've never been, but my
Mm-mm.
gosh, they're beautiful. You'd be surprised. I was blown away.
I think
saw
that
on
you know
YouTube.
what would be kind of cool. So like, I remember there's like these old like PBS shows and stuff where like people are traveling around the world and trying to show it through a TV lens. I think that's like everybody should be required to at least travel to like 5 countries. We'll say before high school or something, or like in high school. Just because, man, having that approach, you kind of realize the human element globally.
Yeah.
Like I've had to see poverty at levels like I've seen poverty when I thought here in the U.S. Then you go to other countries, you're like, whoa, that's way different. And then the flip side is you also see wealth on a whole nother level. You see
All right,
people. And
guys, I'm taking that Qs. I'm going to go short Qs down to VWAP.
NVIDIA retreating to 200. Meta giving it up. It tagged 600 and change and rejected immediately. The importance of levels, guys.
Okay.
722 on the Qs. We tried to hold it. We retest. And again, if we pull back to VWAP, wouldn't doubt it, and then push higher. We'll see. But if we lose VWAP,
yeah, and that's why my short target is to pre-market highs, and I'll exit and then look for the long. NVIDIA guys showing weakness.
I like it. You're scrappy today, Justin. You're getting in there. You're like, hey, short it, take it for 3 points, bam, turn it around. Long,
it.
right?
100%.
That's awesome.
That's 100%. It's like riding a horse. You ride it down, you ride it up.
Well, Microsoft's working out now. I'm going to load this thing up. I'm going to go full share size, guys. Full share size, Microsoft short.
In the money, guys. In the money on the Qs.
Look at AVGO pulling back, dude. That's crazy.
There we go. See, that's right. Pivot, guys. Pivot. We never commit. We trade to what we see, not what we want. I wanted it to go long. I had a tight stop, exited, re-entered, and now golden. There we go. Quick $1,000 right there. Boom.
So we're just going to have to take a little snippet and say, hey, pull back to VWAP, which is around 719 and change. And you and I are both lockstep. That's a cool soundbite short clip. If somehow we could do that, that'd be kind of cool. Just look at, here it comes.
100%. Couldn't agree
Back
more.
to the 719 or so. And then do we bounce? Question mark. We'll see. Google, I missed that short, guys. If any of you guys took it, congrats. It was a beautiful short. I really wanted to get in around 354, 355, but even at 352, it was a nice short. It's down to 350, a couple points now.
Okay, guys, I'm 2 out of 3, and I've got Palantir going my way now too. So let's see if we can get 3 for 3. Well, 3 out of 4.
If Microsoft can hit about 3, let me do the math real quick. $374.70 or so. I have a chance of getting my money back from AMD. AMD was a gut punch today.
You guys will see on my chart on Tesla, right, that I've shared before, that 390 level is that's why Scott's entry there was golden, because that is a very thick green line. That means I've charted that on the monthly time frame. So that is a very, very solid line of resistance. If it loses that level, obviously we must see on the bigger time frame where the 200 EMA is, but just either which way, that's a really solid line of support. Anyway, but you guys will start to hear a lot more from me about Tesla because, like I said, I'm starting to get back into trading that stock with some conviction. Okay, there's the bounce on the Qs. So this could be a long opportunity, but let's just see what materializes. But for me now, I'm just managing my Palantir trade, and hopefully that will get me out of the office early today. Yesterday was a slog. Oh my gosh, I had to work hard yesterday. And then MO, my fishing buddy, got me out of jail, saved my bacon. Oh, don't do that, Mark, because I was actually thinking, do we carry on with it today? It got that full extension, hey, on the fib, right? We predicted 82.47, and that was when my overnight triggered. And look at that. It even went, it's going to probably push up to 89.07, guys. 89.07 would be the next target level for those of you in PNG. I'm sure Mark would agree with me. But watch for a pullback. There's a breakout potential at 87.78. Safer entry would be off VWAP at 84.93. But looking at the setup right now, it's actually it's a breakout setup. Breakout setup. I don't think we're going to get the pullback to VWAP. I'll quickly just share my screen here for those of you who would like to see. And again, honoring Mark for that call out. Okay, it looks like it's happening now, guys. 87.78.
Christian talking about Hood. Yeah, I think so. Hood, JP Morgan. Actually, looks like a Goldman Sachs as well.
I'm going to be too late.
Yes, BAC, WFC
87.78. How's that for a reflection? Mirror reflection. There it is, guys. Watch it now. Target would be 89.07. First target. Second target would be hyperextension, 99.76. Not to say that will be today, though. But, guys, I like this penguin. I'm a believer. Mark, I'm a believer.
Okay, guys. Microsoft looking like we might get that 374 print after all, and I might be back in the driver's seat here. That said, I need to see the Qs follow through. We're getting that retest at the VWAP. We finally broke it here, so be careful. Wow, big break now.
Yeah. Qs looking heavy, SPY looking heavy, everything. Tesla and NVIDIA. Now just need Palantir to follow. Only one not looking heavy is CrowdStrike on my watch list.
Qs tagging now the 200 EMA on the 1 minute. So yet another area we may bounce if we start to give that up. Again, let's be mindful that 712 would be about a 50% retrace from that low of yesterday into the high of today, which puts us right around the close. So in theory, that pull back to VWAP to push higher would have been amazing. But if we pull back to 712 on the Qs, that could be a real test.
Guys, those of you on YouTube, this is easy money. Look at what's happening there on SPY. Look at Qs. Easy money. Same story with NVIDIA. Look at the Tesla trades. Run it up, run it down. Paper trading, of course.
SMCI, boo.
Okay, Palantir starting to play games. Go, baby, go. I want to see that 124.64.
Speaking of go, baby, go, we're getting paid on Microsoft now big time. Let's see if we can break that low. 373.28 is a big level I have marked up. And we almost bounced off of it up to the penny this morning, 373.35.
All right, guys. So listen, classic technical setup here. Have a look at 1 minute on Palantir. The 9 is crossing VWAP. 20 is catching up. There's going to be a convergence at the 127.10. How many times have we seen that before? VWAP likely, if this downside pressure continues, will flatten down and confluence with 127.10, adding to my thesis that this is going short. So my confidence level is increasing substantially in my position. So technically, I could possibly add right now, but I have a big enough position size. I've actually double bundled this. So if we hit 124.64, I'm golden. If this puppy goes even further down, oof, I love that 121 level. And I'll also be a buyer at that level, DCA.
No partial Microsoft yet. Seeing if I can actually come up green today after getting battered down by AMD. Thanks a lot, AMD. I don't mind this move on SMCI just because it's 50 cents, but it is a big position for now. But I'll wait.
And there would have been your exit right at the bottom of pre-market lows, guys, on SPY. And then you'd look for the re-entry for either continuation or the reversal. Trading 101.
AVGO giving up all of that run up. That is crazy, dude.
Oof, let's see what happens with Tesla. I think it'll hold that level. At 390, I don't think
breaking that 200 print. You know what? Maybe I'll grab some 712 put options on the Qs here.
I'm regretting not adding at that 128 level on Palantir. I knew I should have.
Okay. Guys picked up some 712s for tomorrow. One bundle, not going crazy, but
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
yeah, my trade of the day missed is NBIS for sure.
Okay. Palantir's about to take me into 3 out of 4 green.
Believe it or not, I might get a green day today, courtesy of MSFT, guys. Let's see.
Come on. One more push. Come on, PLTR. You got to will it, guys. You got to will it. Come on, there's a test. There's a second test. That's it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Uh-oh.
Okay, trimming, guys. I'm already in profit. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Love it. Patience, patience, patience. And there's the rejection. Now do we get the continuation? Let's see if we push up to the 9. I don't think so.
Yes, darn it.
Although volume is dropping off. Let's see. Does it accelerate?
All right, guys, I'm going to wait for session lows on Microsoft. I think we're getting a pretty aggressive sell-off. Now we're below session lows at the moment on the Qs.
Watch the SPY too, guys, on those on the pre-market low. Okay, Palantir looking like it's going for 124.64. Come on, baby. Come on. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit more off here, guys. Okay, actually not. I'm holding.
Gave up nearly 300 points on the NASDAQ, guys. On NASDAQ futures.
Oh, my baby. Oh, Palantir, you see this?
Now red
blind,
on the day.
Guys, blind. Here we go. And there's, I'm out. I'm taking it.
And don't tell me I got stopped out on AMD. Now we're going to get the rollover. That's brutal. That is brutal, dude. Wow, look at this sell-off. Yes, at least I got a bundle on the Qs. So we're making money on those now.
Okay, watch for reversal here on Palantir.
Target would be around 712, but I'm going to take some off the Qs here in a bit.
See there, again, didn't fill. Unbelievable. Dog. There we go. Okay. All right, guys, I'm done.
The Qs off.
That's me for the day. 4 out of 5.
Nice.
Was it 3 out of 4? That was 3 out of 4. Got to keep that average up. So can you imagine a little bit? Yeah. I used to say, Mark, it's like, can you imagine? Oh, this might be hypersensitive, but can you imagine being in those Gazan tunnels as a prisoner? Obviously, it's on both sides. There's hypersensitivities on both sides, but gosh, man, it's just dreadful. Okay, guys, for those of you in Palantir, if we do break that 124.44, I'd love to see us go down to 121. And then, as I said before, I'll start buying from that level. I'll start DCAing in at that level.
Still think there's more to the tank to the downside now, guys. Only because of the structural setup. So maybe down to 714-ish at least. We would definitely bounce around here, but
Scott, have a look in the room and remember our conversation last night. Are you still with us, Scott? Scott's gone.
I gotta step away. Give me 1 sec.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get some coffee. Actually, I'm done, but I mean, I'm here for you guys. I'll keep an eye. You know, we're all here for each other. It's like eyes in the back of our heads, right? I mean, Mark's got 6 screens up. Rick's got 6 screens up. Christian's got 6. Scott's got 6. Okay, 4. I got 6. Whatever, guys. That's a lot of eyes in the, eyes on the water. You know, a lot of eyes on the sea. I mean, I'm going to harp on this. Sorry, Mark, I'm harping on this because that dream and then you getting me out of you know, remember, red isn't dead. And I was red yesterday. I even told you guys how deep in the red I was, right? I was, I think, 2,000 or 3,000 down. I don't know if I should post where I ended up, but safe to say, guys, 5 figures. It was a beautiful, beautiful day yesterday. Best day of the week, of the month so far. So thank you, Emo. Thank you, Mark. Yep, I'm loving now. Keep an eye on that stock, guys. Build a position, track it. It's going to be a moneymaker, in my humble opinion. And it's already made us good money, hasn't it, in the crew, right? Since May, it's made us some good money. Not getting too excited with Palantir right now, but bearish signal still looking good. I suspect we will see some continuation. Otherwise, maybe a little bit of chop in this 124. Also bearing in mind time of day, although we do still have, let's have a look. What's overall volume looking like on the market? Low. Yeah, low. Excuse me. So maybe a quick teaching moment here, guys. Look at this. Remember Palantir, how we keep going on. Thank you, Mark. God bless you. Remember this inverse head and shoulders I said to you guys that we saw forming? You can see exactly what I was hoping would happen has now literally happened, right? So obviously I'd love to be doing this, sharing my screen, but if you guys can just look at the chart there where the red candle is, below the 127, that's exactly what I was hoping would happen, right? And we've been speaking about that the past couple of days. So what I'd love to see here now is that it finds support at this level, right? Holds this level and reverses, right? Over maybe 2, 3, or 4 days. If it does that, maybe for the rest of this week, then we can see it will likely push up to 135.60, again, attempting to break out of the channel, okay, out of this descending channel. Where do we see the 200 EMA? At 143.15, which is also, again, I said this before, where the Bollinger Band is converging, right, at 141.27. So that, for me, I've got a very close eye on that level, right? So if we see a neckline, and this does indeed become a inverted head and shoulders pattern, we can set up many multiple trades, swing trades, day trades, investment trades. You could even, right, arguably take a CSP, right, if you want to earn some income. Okay, specifically those guys in YouTube. I don't think we do much of that in this room here, but that could be a good opportunity to do that. Another prime entry for that type of strategy would be at the low, right, of 109. But to get there is going to be, it's going to take a lot of time. But what? Set an alert, define your strategy, and when the alert triggers, enter. If it takes 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, who cares? You guys have seen my charts, right? I chart like a year in advance in some cases. I know that's maybe sounds a bit unusual, but you guys have seen it on my chart. You've literally witnessed it, right? And the things materialize. It literally happens. So trust the charts. The technicals are like the gold standard for traders and investors. I'm a little bit biased because I'm a numbers guy. I absolutely love everything technical. You guys will see. We eat, sleep, live, breathe markets. You heard DVG the other day, right? He was up all night thinking about strategies, analyzing stocks, analyzing the market. I do the same. Scott does the same. Probably 90%, if not 99% of everyone in this room, if not 100%, I imagine does exactly the same, because that's how committed we are to this. I don't even want to say hobby, but I almost want to call it a hobby. I know it impacts our lives, but you've got to enjoy what you're doing, guys. If you don't love what you're doing, then why are you doing it? If you're going to come and sit at your trading desk sweating bullets every day, worried about, are you going to be profitable, or are you going to sink or swim? You need to get your psychology in order. You need to get your mindset right. Do not touch your trading account unless it's a paper trading account. Get your head right first and then come and trade, guys. You have to trade from a position of peace, not unrest. And if you're in turmoil, your trades will be in turmoil, and you will take B and C and D class trades, increasing your risk. And already the odds are heavily stacked against us as retail traders. So you don't want to add to that. You don't want to compound it against you. Anyway, all right, enough of that. Let's get back to technicals. Okay, so exactly what we said on SPY, guys. Didn't we caution? We exactly warned at the bottom of SPY. So there again, easy trade. There are 3 golden trades there, right? On open, the first, when it hit pre-market lows, go long. Run it all the way up to pre-market highs. Exit. You don't need to run it up to the breakout. Okay, fake out. Then what do? We turn around. We come all the way back. If we look at that candle, right, on the 5-minute, just another learning lesson here. It's maybe not exactly a hanging man. It kind of resembles a hanging man, but it's not quite a clean one. But that would have been enough of a signal for me to go short. And my entry wouldn't have been at the high. It would have been on the re-entry of pre-market, right? And then run it all the way down. And then again, look for the long entry and run it back up. Are you looking for a target? I can give you a target. I'll chart it up quickly now, Rick. 9150. Oh, CRWV. Okay, let me take a look. I mean, here's a case in point. I mean, this I charted. This is one of my historic. I haven't been trading this recently. So here's an exact classic example. Thanks for bringing that up, Rick. I haven't been, you guys can see, I haven't been charted. Do you see any of my new chart lines? None. Look at where my skip entry was. I would have been right? And I had an alert set on it. Trust the charts. This was charted. Gosh, man, this was charted. Look at that, 8th of July. Let's see, let's go further back there. Boom, look at that. Okay, let me show you this because it's so easy. I mean, I don't. This is not arrogance, guys. This is humility, not arrogance. It can be as easy as you make it, or as difficult as you make it. Just get your mindset right. Psychology 101. That's why we here, DVG, myself, Scott, the crew, Mark O, Christian, Rick. I mean, legends in the game. Who else can I run through? I mean, I don't want to miss anyone. Gosh, because the list is so long. Steve C, Jono, Edwin. I mean, you guys are legends. Look at this. What a crew. What a crew. Sorry if I've missed anyone else. I mean, I don't want to run through the whole list because it's just too long. But you guys are all A class. All right, so coming back to your original question. core weave. Yeah, this looks good for a long. Let me just have a quick squiz here. And let me bring in Rick. Give me 2 minutes, brother. I will chart this quickly. I mean, I don't think you need it, but I'm happy to help either which way. And if anything, it confirms what you've seen, or it doesn't, and that will help you to make a better decision on whether to trade it or not. So just give me 5 minutes while I chart this for you. And this is what I love, guys. I mean, I'm done for the day. I've made my money and I'm helping a friend. You know, if that's not the gospel, I don't know what is. All right, we're at pre-market lows. So yeah, this would be safe for a long entry. Just give me a second. Let me look at the higher time frame. Yeah, actually now looking at the higher time frame, yeah, you can actually see my prior charting. This is not, I have to just update this for you now, Rick. This is old, but just look at how substantively accurate it is, okay? Did that come through? Why didn't that come through? Okay, there, you got it. Are you guys still tracking with me, or am I talking to myself? Just give me a thumbs up, a heads up, a head slap. I don't know. Shut up, Justin, you're talking too much. Or something like, can we get Scott back? You can give me 2, Edwin. You can give me 2. 1 with each hand. Yeah, so take a look at those levels. Again, Rick, I actually don't even need to update them. Those levels are still golden. You could work it out from there. So for example, next breakout entry, you can see there at 112.82. Again, that's on the daily. So to get there is going to take some time. What I don't like is you've got this descending, it's not even a clean, it's a very subtle, it's a lot of chop. This is, I'd probably look, if you want to take the riskier trade, and I don't know if you're doing this as a day trade or if you're swinging it, but for me, this would probably, looking at the chart, I'd be doing a swing or a long-term trade. So I would enter long now at this skip entry. It's a safe zone. You can see there's a decent shelf. Is it okay, day trade? All right. That helps me there. So if you're day trading it, yes, you could have entered, and you can still safely enter. It looks like it's going to push up to pre-market highs and retest. So the perfect entry would have been at 90.67 on that green candle. Your confirmation was at 90.96. Okay, so watch what happens at the 9 EMA now. If that gets rejected, it's going to push back down to pre-market lows, and then you can consider a re-entry. I don't think we're going to lose pre-market lows on this on CoreWeave. I think it's going to hold. So that's why I would safely say with a confidence level of about 70-30, you could enter long on the pullback of pre-market. That'd be your safest entry. Or you could take a B grade entry and you could enter long on the cross of the 9. Watch what happens at VWAP. I don't know if you're doing options or if you're doing stocks. If you're doing options, obviously your ranges are tighter and you've got to keep your mind on theta and obviously how many DTEs you're running out. But why I like options is you don't need big moves, right? So if you do, say, for example, take an entry, just watch the spread. I'm not looking at the options pricing now. Stocks, okay. All right, then I'll stop. But look, it's a teaching. I guess it also helps, you know, the YouTubers out there who don't know these things. But okay, stocks, even better, golden. Then take your entry. Even now, it's safe. What you want to see is the cross of the VWAP. Note the compression. Everything is converging. Excuse me, not compression. Everything is converging at the midpoint line of the pre-market range. So what you want to see is a confirmation candle. I'm watching the 5 at the moment. I'm actually not on the 1, but I'm on the 5 and the 1 day just because I wanted to look at the higher time frame for you. Let me look at the 15. I mean, the 15 is not going to tell us much. So yeah, if you want to just take, I mean, you can get 2, maybe 3 points out of this if you enter now, but you will get some resistance at VWAP. So expect that with possible rejection. But I could, Rick, like I said, 70-30. And what was that timestamp? 137. I could see this going up to 94, I can see it going up to the pre-market highs. But also, as always, exercise caution. It changes in an instant, so you have to be able to adapt. Look for volume. Right now, volume is thin on the 5. So I'd be watching the 5 and the 1. Let me do that. I'll actually drop down to the 5 and the 1. Okay, because we're waiting for, and because it's a day trade, that's why we now need to be on the 5 and the 1, right? We've looked at structure. We've seen where we can play. And now we want to look at positioning. Where do we execute? Okay, volume on the 1 is decent, but not enough. Okay. Are you good with it, or can I? Do you want me to keep running commentary on it, Rick? Is it helpful, or and everyone else? Or there's a nice. That's a nice spike. I like that. Because I also don't want to distract other traders. So that inverse head and shoulders on the Q's played out, hey guys? Q's aren't done, guys. Q's aren't done. Watch for strength here. I think we're going to get a push higher. I think this, what's the time? Yeah, keep an eye. This could go. If I wasn't done for the day, but again, first rule, pay yourself first and discipline, discipline, discipline. Thanks, Rick. Appreciate that. Yeah. That's very generous of you. And Christian, appreciate it. Words of affirmation go a long way. Looks like DVG and yeah, it's their fault. They want to leave me to fly solo. All right. Then the wheels come off. Anyway, I love helping others. So, guys, keep an eye on the Qs. Potential breakout. Remembering the head and shoulders pattern. So that also increases my confidence. Have a look here. No guarantees, though, but I'm just sharing this with the fam. We want to see an open and closing candle above pre-market highs on the Qs on the 5-minute time frame. This could be a measured move. So let me add in the expected target you guys can expect. And I'm sure I know the guys in the room know how to do this. Let's do this quickly. Why are you misbehaving? Let's do the measured move. Okay, so it's almost, I'm going to just update this. It's not a clean, but remember the market is imperfect. So guys, take a look at this quickly as we're going green, because it looks like it might happen now. This could, I believe this will likely happen today, guys, 70.30. You can see that 725. So those are all the confluences, the patterns that we look for, right? multiple signals. It's on so many different layers, right? There's MACD, RSI, EMAs, support and liquidity, and then on top of that, you got individual candlestick patterns. Then you have structural patterns. It's a lot to take in, So for beginners, I can believe it to be an extremely overwhelming space to be entering into, right? Which of course then causes people to be afraid, right? Because, you can only be afraid of what you don't know. Like horror movies. What are horror movies? You're afraid of things that you don't know, right? You don't see. So it's pretty much the same in the markets. Anyway, I'll stop talking. Took half off 135. Rick knows his numbers. Good job, Rick. Rock solid. Rock solid. Church was built on Peter's rock. Hold on. I'm trying to ramble on now. Okay. Keeping an eye on CoreWeave, Rick, you kind of piqued my interest into it. I'm watching the VWAP. What I am liking is the curling up of the guys on YouTube, jump onto CoreWeave, put up a 5 and a 1 minute chart, and walk through this with us. So what we're seeing is we're seeing the 9 EMA and we're seeing the 20 EMA, right, leading up to VWAP. Again, you guys how many times have we said that today on different stocks, right? So it doesn't matter what stock you pick. If you understand the patterns and you understand how liquidity moves, right? Like, what is liquidity? I think of it in the context of living water, right? So what I do is I look at the stock heat map, and I see, when we see reds and greens and across the heat map, I see puddles of or ponds of fishing spots, right? So anywhere you see green, it's like, oh, fishing zone. Where do we want to go fishing? Because you got to think of it, it's liquidity. It's flowing from one place to the other. How does a river flow? It flows from one location to other, right? Top down. So we're taking a top-down view. So when we look at the market on the breadth, right, the market heat map, we're taking an eagle-eyed view over the market to decide, all right, where are we first going to fish? You guys can't see my camera. I'm busy doing animations, hand gestures and things. But anyway, and that's what we do, guys. That's what we do, And the question is, where do you want to? Do you want to fish in a small pond? Do you want to fish in a big pond? Big pond, obviously, S&P 500. Slightly smaller pond, although by value, very big pond. The Qs. Okay, let's jump back onto CoreWeave because this could be the move. I'm watching. This could be it, guys. Keep an eye. This is looking good. I'm liking what I'm seeing on the on CoreWeave. Boom. Come on out, right? We got room to the upside.
And traders, this is Scott. Hey, I had to take off for a minute there. I'm back. I'm going to call it a day here. I've got a deal I've got to deal with here. So I appreciate everybody. Justin, thank you so much. I'm not going to be here tomorrow. So I know Justin and DVG will be taking it over. I'll see you back on Monday. MD, Rick, the rest of the team. Clifton, thank you so much. Justin, appreciate you.
Scott, take care, brother. I hope it's all good. Take care. Go. Do what you got to do.
I will. Thank you.
Good stuff, MD. That's it, guys. Don't be ashamed to, share, guys, share. I mean, share the love. If anything, what does it do? It kind of, I like to say it's like the parable of the sower. It sows goodwill, right? So here, I'm not going to shout out the name, but one of our brothers in the room, right? One of the fam just made a $2,200 profit. $2,200 profits. Guys, YouTube, $6 a day for the price of a latte. I mean, 24 lattes. And you get the free 7-day trial. Get in the room. Like, what are you doing? I don't know if you guys know that analogy. If God said, you're sitting in a flood, right? Like a flood zone. And I'm in Florida, so that happens. And thank the Lord I haven't gone through that yet. And hopefully I never will. But we've had some flooding, but nothing, fortunately, but based on where we are, we're in a safer zone. We're in a safer zone. So not like St. Augustine gets totally obliterated. But what was I saying all of that to say? So I was saying all of that to say, sorry, just had a Benzinga alert come through. Just waiting for it to finish. Forgive me, guys. I lost my train of thought there. The Benzinga alert interrupted me. Jono, it would have been profound. I promise you it would have been profound. But for the life of me, it's literally just gone from my mind. So sorry, guys. It'll come back to me. I know it will. One of my best friends, actually a mutual brother and friend of both myself and Scott, had the same issue. I can't remember which. I don't know if it was Hurricane Andrew. I might be wrong. I think he was in Tampa at the time. Totally destroyed. He lost everything. That's unimaginable for me, like literally. But now being in the US, I can see how easily it happens and how often it happens. When you're outside the fishbowl, living in Africa and you're looking from the outside in, it really looks bad, obviously, because it's, just look at what happened in Asheville, North Carolina. What was it, last year? When those kind of things happen, you don't understand if you don't live with it. I mean, unfortunately, on the East Coast, you kind of live with it year by year. To us, me as a foreigner, that's unimaginable. Like to live with that concern every year. Our first hurricane. Oh my gosh, I have never in my life. I was in a 4-story building, right, and the whole building was waving. I almost died. I was on the 4th level. You cannot imagine wind like that until you've experienced it. You're probably right, Mark. I thanks for the correction. So probably Hurricane Ian. Okay, so keeping an eye on CoreWeave, right? Testing the 20 EMA, right? So the confirmation is the cross of the 20 and the VWAP. That would be the entry. Okay, so keep an eye, right? The first one was a fake out, if you want to call it that, but it's on the micro level. Because remember, fake outs are no different, guys. Like, it just depends on what time frame you're looking at. Like, are you looking on the 1? Are you looking on the 30? Or are you on the 2? The fundamentals don't change. The underlying principles don't change. It's just the zooming out, right? So if you're zooming out from like the 1 to the 5 to the 15, it's the same, but just no different, really. Anyway, I hope that makes sense. Did DVG say he was taking a break or he was ducking? Did I miss it? 10:51. DVG. T. Jeez, like that's a long tea break. Unless it was a, I don't know, euphemism or a, what's the other word, is a pun. No, not a pun. Ambiguous statement. Okay, so see some weakness now in CoreWeave. Not failure. I still think, let's see. But this is why we trade what we see, not what we want. Okay, we want it to go above VWAP. So what we want to see is some strength and volume that pushes us up through VWAP, and then we would enter. But right now it's showing some weakness. So this could actually turn and go back down to the pre-market low. And that will be confirmed if it breaks below 91.95. So just keep a close eye there. The fact that price is now below all 3 of those converging levels, it's now in this instant turned bearish. Okay, instant of time, 10:53, instant. So in this moment, it's bearish. That can change in a moment, but right now it's bearish. See, I look at this from an options trader's view, right? Because I look for small moves. All I need is that if this is bearish in this moment from that level down to 90.21, I can make two, or let's just speak third person, Johnny, Paulie, and Peter could make really, really good money just in that little drop between 92 and 90.21. But then you need to understand, I'm out 80%, just below 92, still got my dollars or more on all of that. Boom, Rick. Boom. Trading like a pro. And that's because he is. Rick did it to perfection, guys. And that's just life, isn't it, Rick? That's just life. We're living it, guys. We're living it together. We're all in this together. That's why I love the 44 Trading logo so much. It reminds me of being back to back, right? It's like you're back to back facing the same enemy. Because that's the thing, right? You guys remember DVG and I, we were on opposite sides of the trade. He paid me yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before? We joked about it, of course, but you know, there's some wisdom in that. Take a look at the heat map again, guys. Look at where are the ponds of water? MU. Where are the fish? The fish are in AMD. They're swimming in STX, DAL, QCOM up nicely. Avgo. Who's this? This is nice. Who's this? This looks good. Okay, so see how now in this instant it's kind of changed, right? Now we've gone from full bearish on core week, on the 1 minute, to neutral bearish. Now we're neutral bearish. Okay, notice how the price is compressed between VWAP and those two 9 EMA and 20 EMA confluence points, right? So right now it's actually more neutral than it is bearish. Just helping you guys read, right? It's all about learning to read. And this is how the probabilities in your mind, you have to be calculating constantly. You know, us as traders, it's all about high performance, right? Like the margins are so fine. So we have to be mathematicians and we have to be doing calculations constantly, running probabilities in our minds. What is the potential? Based on the information we see, based on what the market is telling us, what we're hearing coming down the wire. And the inverse is true too, Clifton. Do the inverse. Minus and a plus. And then same but different. Which stock are you talking about, Mark? Are you talking about CRW or are you still on Ping? Tesla, I like Tesla long anywhere at 390, to be honest. Let me have a look at Tesla. I don't have that on my charts right now. See, look what happened at Palantir, guys. That's why I exited. I mean, come on, trade this thing blind. Again, I had about 2 hours sleep last night. That's why I was late, to be honest. And look, guys, I made money today, right? And yesterday I didn't want to. Was it yesterday? You see, this is the thing. That's what happens when you have like 4 hours sleep over a 48-hour period. But boom, you know, trade it in your sleep because you trust the charts. So the majority of my charting is done on Sundays, I beg your pardon, right? Sunday's like my first work day, technically. It's not really an off day. So I prepare for the week. Then I fine tune every morning my pre-market. You guys have seen what my pre-market routine is. I've shared that with you in the room. And for those of you who weren't here, I think Scott was away during that time period. For those of you who'd like a reminder, I'm happy to post the receipts. I'll put it back in and share it with the crew, because honestly, that's life. That's, life-giving wisdom, knowledge that will stand you and I and all of us in good stead. I mean, all my charts. Okay, yeah, all right. Well, that actually tells a big story, Mark. Right? That means on the broader market, I say every very loosely, 50 EMA on the 5-minute charts has been tested. That's an interesting overarching confluence. Yeah, I'm dying to share my screens. I'm gonna have to try and get this audio issue sorted out, guys. Sorry about that. I have no idea why it's doing that and what caused the issue, because I haven't changed any of my settings. Coin, coming back to stocks, let's go. Coin. What's happening with Coin? Who called that out? Mark. Now, Mark, I take Mark's advice without a pinch of salt. I take it seriously. So, Coin. Let's have a look at Coin. Coin was slow for me yesterday. Yes. Another good call here from Mark, guys. Coin long over 159.95. Target will be 161.88. First level 160. Is there enough room for that? First level would be for trimming 160.89. Run it up to 161.80 would be second, and then target 163.11. I was hoping we get to 163.11 yesterday. Again, maybe we see that today, because that was actually my trade yesterday. I was hoping to get to that 163. I saw it wasn't going to get there, and I exited, but not with as much profit as I would have liked. I'll put the alert there for those of you who may be on the road or trading from your phones. What do we say here? Coin, forgive. Oh, I've got to be quick because it looks like it's going to go now. This is why we have to be quick, guys. Wait for the volume. The volume has got to come in. I'm on the 1 minute. Mark, when you give a call out now, just because I don't know, hopefully it was a one-time dream, or actually maybe not. Mark, you're always welcome in my dreams. I give you free pass. Hope your wife doesn't mind. Yeah, easy peasy lemon squeezy, like I like to say. Clifton, good timing, brother. So guys, if I've got one stone left, so technically I could take this trade, but I'm in green, and I've made more than enough for the day to be comfortable to pay the bills. So you know what? Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. I'm not going to go and push my trade. It's a long, not a long weekend, but it's my wife's birthday this weekend, so I don't want to. Well, is it this weekend? I mean, she says it is. No, yes, it is. All right. So the last thing I want to do is go into the weekend with a red day. And I probably won't be trading tomorrow because it's a Friday. And combined with it being my wife's birthday, the last thing I'm going to do is go into it having a red day. So I'll still be here. I'll be here trading with the crew. Wouldn't miss it for anything. And there's a nice volume spike there on Coinbase, guys. Keep a look for the breakout. This could be it. Yeah, watch. Thank you, Mark. I can do a measured move on this if you guys like. Do you want me to do a fib on this? Yes, no? Give you some level, but 163, I think is fine. You don't need a fib on this. You guys will be fine. Now I've got some bids. Oh, yes, I love now. Let me have a look. Thank you for that, Seth. Interesting, quick shout out. Penguin, right? Failed at the fib level, the 1.618 at 89.07. 89.07. It hit the high 89.20. Mark, how good were our levels on that? Hey, how good were our levels on that? Perfect. Perfect. Aye. That's a secret, Mark. That's a secret. That's the secret sauce. I do it on multiple time frames, depending which time frame I'm. I don't always use anchored VWAP. Sometimes do. That's it, Clifton. That's exactly right. Not everything. Not all gifts are free. Not all gifts are free. Always costs someone something. Remember that. Bear that in mind. The price was paid. And all we are doing here is collecting. Payback. Yep, exactly. So I'm not locked in, Mark. I don't get tied in. I drill down. So I first do a fib on. We did this on the Penguin yesterday. So let me. Yeah, this is what we're talking about. So I saw it on the 5, right? And because I was trading the 5 and the 1. You and I, Mark, independently yesterday, right? Independently, we had this exact same target, almost exact. I think my take profit was 80, 10, right? On the first trade, because I did multiple trades. I think you were 80, 20. I was 80, 10 on my take profit. So when Mark, guys, so let me use this as a life lesson moment, right? So I had a dream about Mark a week ago. After that dream, I was probably having my worst day yesterday, and it was my longest day yesterday. And Mark gave a shout out, and all of a sudden my dream clicked, like it was like a light bulb moment. And the fact that he gave that shout out, I then went and looked at the stock. I charted it very quickly, and like, Mark, you were witness to this. I charted it in what, a minute, maybe 2 minutes, not longer. I liked what I saw. Yeah, this is witness. I liked what I saw. I jumped in. Palantir was stalling, right? I needed a fast mover. So what did I do? Jumped in on Penguin. I 3x my position size, right? Which I don't suggest, I don't recommend unless you know what you're doing. But because of all the confluences I saw, and remember the key confluence, guys, look on my chart, that's 77.13. That was a key level. Remember I said I'm not getting in unless it's above the Goldilocks zone. So my first entry was on the Goldilocks zone. My second entry was the second time it came near the Goldilocks zone. And thank you, Mark. I was golden for the day. My best day of the month, my best day of the week. Thank you. And I believe in honoring, right? I'm not going to take credit for your trade. That was your call. Do yourself a favor, guys. Remember, we spoke about performance, right? You guys we have to measure ourselves individually. We have to measure each other. Tag. I know everyone in the room likely has, without a doubt, right, a journal. You've heard DVG journals, iJournal. Scott, I think also journals. I don't know for sure, but I'd be surprised if he doesn't. So journal, guys. Track your performance. Track the trades, the call outs that we give you. Track us. Performance monitor us. We did a poll yesterday on Palantir. We were up 83% in the room, right? I mean, YouTube, catch a wake up, guys. Where are you? Get in the room. 83%. That's completely random. The numbers, remember what I said in May when I started, right? It's not about the numbers. It's not about how much you're profiting by. It's whether you are profitable, right? And are you consistent? Can you stay consistent? All right. You guys in the room, I'm going to share something now. And this is very personal. It's private. I'm going to share it with you. I feel comfortable to do it. Okay. Because this is out of, this is honoring Mark, and this is honoring with the rest of you based on the advice I'm giving, which means we are aligned, right? My account is tracking your performance. So tag my trades, tag DVG's trades, tag Scott's trades, tag Mark O's trades. Keep your own performance measure for yourself, guys. I could be done for the month. You guys can see it there. I could be done for the month. What was Scott's target he said for the year? You guys remember it? Well on track. Okay? Teach a man how to fish. Teach a man or a woman how to fish. Seth, we've got a lot of things in the pipeline, guys. A lot of things in the pipeline coming. Wait till I show you May. You want to see May? May Day. That's my golden goose. What I brought you guys in May was my crown jewel. Our crown jewel. Y'all are going to get it. I'm not here by accident. I do have a mentorship program, guys. Just by the way, I'll just quickly do a shout out here, but we'll be releasing more details in time. So stand by, hang around. Remember, I said I've got a program, okay, that gets delivered in 2 different formats. That's more for an offline discussion, but you guys will be the first to know. I can promise you that. It varies, Darian. It varies dynamically. It's like I have predefined rules. So there's a way that I mentor and coach to keep people within the parameters, defined lanes, so that I believe in programmed decisions. There's a theory, right? Programmed and unprogrammed decisions. So when I coach and when I mentor and when I teach, I call it life coaching. So what I do is I teach discipline and I teach structure. You cannot move beyond the discipline and structure until you become a savant, right? Every single one of us here in this room, if you don't believe you're a savant, you're in the wrong room. Because the truth be told, right, only 1% to 2% of retail traders are profitable. They're not going to tell you that on YouTube, okay? What those charlatans, most of them are doing is selling you a dream, right? And they're taking your money. It infuriates me. Absolutely infuriates me. And that's why the gems that I share, I've said to you guys before, what I share, I would share with my godchildren. I would share with my grandparents. I would share with my parents. Performance is everything. And I would pray, my prayer is that I'm adding value to this community and to everyone, including myself, because that's what we should be doing, guys. That's the spirit of, as Christian believers, that's what it's all about. Freely you've received, freely give. This is gifts and talents. I'm sharing my gifts and my talents with you so that we can all profit together. Isn't that what inheritance is all about? Isn't that the biblical narrative? Isn't that exactly what the Bible's all about? Sorry, I don't mean to go too heavy into the spiritual side, but let's get back to technical analysis and stocks. Anything moving, guys? Anything we need to look at? I'm an open card, guys. Whatever you can ask me anything. In the room, ask me anything. Off book, on book, anything. TSM. Thanks, Seth. Let's have a look at TSM. Yes, I like that. Oh, Also, inverse head and shoulders, beautiful on the 1 minute time frame. Also on the 5, guys, very nice pattern. Who called that out? Seth? What a legend. Guys, I'm actually, yeah, let's call out the alert. I think this is a tradable pattern. TSM, and this is Seth. TSM. So I'd say off VWAP. Oh, come on. Just for the guys, let's roll that. Come on. That would be next level. And actually, on that note, I think that's a signal. Give me a sec. I'm gonna make an update, guys. I'm gonna make a quick update. See, the beautiful thing is I'm done trading, so I can do this. I will, Seth. Let's just get through July. After July, I'll start to release information. I've just got a few things I need to work out on the personal end, which are all related, actually, which is all related. There's a project I've been working on since 2020, which Scott's very familiar with. And I'm excited to say you guys are going to get probably first access to it. Okay, TSM, just hang tight, right? We've got a nice convergence. This pullback isn't good, so just wait. Even on that alert, just wait. I don't like this candle we've just seen. So the entry would be, well, good thing is we haven't entered. So yeah, that 444 would be the entry. What I'm going to do is I'll just give you guys the distance you can expect, right? Because this isn't a completed inverse head and shoulders, but it certainly, and this is one of my favorite patterns to trade. It is a almost perfect head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders, I beg your pardon. So I would want to see it come back above. This is classic, and you probably saw this. Who was it, Seth? Let me just. That's what I'm seeing there, guys. So I'm going to just quickly measure the move for you. So my entry would be on the cross of VWAP or that 444 level, and the size of the anticipated size of the move, right? And remember, the market is imperfect, so set your stops. And if this doesn't play out, then that's also fine. Go to the short side, run it down to 437, right? But this is a beautiful, almost perfect pattern. And guys, feel free, if there's any weaknesses in how I present, what I do, sometimes I maybe trip over my words because I speak so quickly, because my mind is going at like 1,000,000 miles an hour. And I imagine with you guys as traders is exactly the same, right? Like 90% of the reason half the time I can't sleep is because I'm constantly thinking about the markets, about, society at large, global conditions, right? Anyway, forget all of that, right? Looking at TSM now, we want, for us to stay confident long, we don't want it to lose this 441.66 level, okay? That's a key level, 441.51. We do not want to lose that. If we lose that, I'd be going short to 437.47. But my first trim level would be 440.62. And it's looking right now neutral bearish, but this is a classic inverse head and shoulders range, so it could compress a little bit here in this range between 442 and 444. But I like this green candle, and I would love to see some strength push through the VWAP, right? Retest second candle with some strength above VWAP. That would give me confidence. I would say probably 80-20 that we're going to get the move. There you go. Good job, Seth. I mean, you guys don't need me. You know exactly what you're doing. That's why we need each other. We're here. It's a give and take. It goes both ways. Look at that. Look what did Clifton post there, guys? Look at the timestamp, what he posted. And I said to him, just do the inverse, right? You get inverse head and shoulders and you get normal head and shoulders. So look at that timestamp 10:55, 56. What Clifton put in the group. Pay attention to that. There's a deep hidden principle, underlying principle in that equation. It's all math. I've said it multiple times. The market is geometric. Once you understand the patterns, it's like reading a pattern book. What is it? You know, when we kids, as children, and we go to kindergarten, what do they give us? Coloring in books, right? We got to color in between the lines. So when I mentor and when I coach, I teach people how to color in between the lines. Once they become savant, then they can deviate outside of the lines. Does that make sense? So a lot of what I do in my trading, I don't put out publicly because I know it could do more damage than good to people who don't have the skill set or the capacity to be able to understand the behavior and the action that's taking place in that moment on that trade, right? I do also come in as a wingman, right? So I come in and I help traders. Like I sit over their shoulder. And anyway, not for YouTube. I mean, not for public. Are we still, are we still muted on YouTube, Clifton? You can go back live now if we are, if we were. Okay, I'm liking what I'm seeing, guys. Exactly it. All right, it's a good thing. Look at CoreWeave, TSM, I beg your pardon, TSM, right? So now this is exactly what we wanted. Strong candle, up to VWAP. Now we've got that second candle forming above VWAP. I'm long, right? I'm not trading, but I would be long. That's my confirmation. I would be entering long now. With a tight stop, always a tight stop. Why? Because we're day traders. That's the entry. I also like that 441.50, Seth. Remember that equation, guys. Remember that equation that Clifton put in. And look at the subscription cost. Coincidence or a pattern? Life lessons for free. Seth, good call on this. I like it. Let's pray we're not wrong, but I don't think we are. PNG, long off HOD, MO. You guys are the best, honestly. You guys are the best. Yeah, there it is. Testing the 1.618, so that's 89.02. Exercise caution, guys. Mark, I'd be cautious here. I'd be entering probably. I'd be waiting for the pullback to VWAP, simply because we hyperextended. Although, where are we in the day? It's still early in the day, so this could keep going. Mark, what's your view? I'd probably be waiting for a pullback. Oh, you're not? Okay, you're just watching now. Okay. Keep an eye on it. I would think there's a pullback, although if we see that ascending, let me chart it up here quick. There's a gradual ascending line of higher highs. So it's just trickling up. We had a nice volume spike literally 3 candles ago, right? This is a nice bullish bull pattern, guys, on the 1 minute, right? On those 3 candles, a nice bull flag. So this could be a breakout. This could be a breakout. And if it is, I would run it up to, for those of you, watch. Let's see if we get some volume. We're 10 seconds into the first candle. Remember, watch the timing, guys. Watch the timing. You can see the acceleration. If you're not watching the tape or you don't know how to read the tape, you can watch price action based on volume, right, and timing. So you look at the timing. Do we get quick volume above average within the first 30 seconds of this minute candle? Do we go above the moving average? These are all the little gems, guys. These are all the little trade secrets. Also, pre-market tells you a lot about what's going to happen the next day. It tells you a heck of a lot. And the close, after hours, after market close. That's when you see what the algorithms are. Anyway, I'm going a little bit overboard now. If this breaks, I'd probably run it up 2 points, just to be safe. But the next key fib level is, I've said it before, is 99.76. But that's going to need a lot of volume to get there, guys. And I mean, it could very well. Mark, if you could put, just as a matter of interest. Oh, okay, you just called out the price action, not an alert. Got you. Okay, yeah. Because I would be exercising caution here. It is still looking positive to the upside, and this could be a break. But it could also consolidate in this range. Edwin, Avgo long. Okay, let's switch there. Guys are going to start making my head spin again, but I love it. Thank you. Yes. Oh, there's that beautiful pattern again. I mean, it's everywhere. It's like the entire market this is a V-shaped recovery with touches of, good call. Who's that? Edwin. Good call. Guys, anyone, YouTube, whoever, just go long Broadcom. Run it up to 403.73. That's your first level. Actually, I'll do 402, 401.50, 403.50, and gosh, there's enough time in the day to go all the way to the top. This is beautiful. This is so clean. This is Edwin. Beautiful. You don't get a cleaner chart than this. Okay, the one is hyperextended, so just watch for some pullback and some slowdown before the next push. If I wasn't up today, and I've only got one stone left, I would trade this. I would have entered there on the 9. This is what we love, guys. This is, as momentum traders, this is what we love. Yeah. God is good. Don't forget to send a pic, Seth. I'm also a watchman. Just kidding, no pressure. Enjoy it. Make it a good one. Everything's about time, right? I'll send you my personal one. I'm genuinely interested. Probably because I'll have a bit of watch envy. Ladies and gents, I might not hang around for much longer, but let's see. Got some really good shout outs there. No pressure, bud. Take your time. No pressure. You too, Edwin. Thanks for that shout out. It was really good. I think we've, for the most part, everyone's done well today. So I see. Oh, okay. Interesting, Clifton. I'll have a look at that. Your 1122 comment. Okay, I don't mind if it was on air. It's fine. Yeah, we can have many interesting discussions around that. I'll take a look at it. Thanks for that. Yeah, interesting. Something you might also want to take a look at, Clifton. I'll put it in the group. Maybe the rest of you too. I don't know if these type of things, it's kind of off topic, but it really actually isn't. When it comes to trading. So I'll share something else with you that you might find interesting, and maybe a little bit off the beaten track. But take a gander at what I just posted, Clifton. I've put it publicly, with the fam. Okay, guys. Broadcom looking good. Beautiful chart, that. Absolutely beautiful chart. These are the type of charts you see in your textbooks, guys, at university. Oh, that's what I forgot to do. Okay, that's what I was doing. Hold on a moment. Before I leave, got to make this update. Okay, for whatever reason, I can't get it up here now. Okay, I might have to do it before tomorrow morning. I'll do it tomorrow. I'm having some technical difficulties yet. Why is this doing this now? TSM touching 444, guys. TSM 444.